back. It is 8:40 on May 18th. This is the Newcastle Board of Selectmen meeting, and we are coming out of executive session to take up one piece of unfinished business that I skipped over on the agenda that we added to it, item 5.4, which was tabled from last week's meeting for a street vendor application that we received more documentation from. At this time, I would entertain a motion on the application so we can discuss it.
So moved.
Seconded.
Second.
All right, so moved and seconded. Do we have any discussion about the application for street vendor, the street vendor application?
This is the same guy that was set up before Pumpkin Fest last year, and then after a little bit. And I think he was a good addition to the town. He did everything he said he was going to do. So.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any other comments? I just want to, I'm trying to pull up the street vendor ordinance that we approved several years back to check something real quick. And of course, my laptop doesn't want to connect for some reason. Go figure.
What was it you were trying to check?
In the street vendor ordinance, we had set time limits regarding number of days of operation and number of days of operation in the same spot before requiring the applicant to move to a different type of permit in the town of Newcastle, aka the idea was to, you probably have it pulled up, John. I just want to really quickly say the idea behind it was to allow street vendors of all types, not just food sellers, but street vendors in general to operate on the streets of Newcastle for a certain time. But if they were so successful, as we hope they will be, in their endeavors, that we would like to encourage them to look at establishing more permanent ways of conducting business, and some of that might include establishing public restroom facilities, as well as different seating, I think, requirements we had in there. So go ahead, John. You've got it pulled up, and for some reason I can't load the town website at the moment. So
okay, there's two different pieces to this. The first one is there was a section we added called public restroom facilities. It said operators of lunch wagons who operate in a single location or upon a single tax lot in Newcastle for more than 90 days out of every calendar year should provide access to an approved lavatory connected to an approved and licensed lavatory, or shall provide access to a portable toilet. Portable toilets shall operate pursuant to all ordinances and state and federal laws. Failure to provide access to a lavatory or public toilet shall be ground for immediate revocation of the license provided under this ordinance. So that's the public restroom facilities piece. The one that you and I were talking about here just a second ago, or you were just talking about a second ago, conversion to permanent use. It says when a transient cellar or lunch wagon has been located in a single location in the town of Newcastle for more than 365 days in a 730-day period, the transient cellar or lunch wagon operator shall promptly comply with the other ordinances of Newcastle as a permanent use. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do this. I don't know why I didn't do this before. What a fool. How about this? Check this out. Boom. So this is the section here that we're talking about. It says permanent use. The transient cellar or lunch wagon operator shall promptly comply with the ordinances of Newcastle as a permanent use on a lot and obtain all necessary approvals for the use as though it were a structure. For the purposes of the shoreline zoning ordinance, a transient cellar lunch wagon shall not be treated as a structure as long as in roadworthy condition and properly licensed under this ordinance. So what the last section really is saying is if you're open more than 180 days a year over the course of 2 years, then you'd be converted to a permanent use and you'd need to go through site plan review. So if you're open, a couple days, in this applicant's case, judging by last year, which of course is a very different scenario where it was the end of the season and he was really testing things. But if you were to be open consistently for a longer than 6-month stretch each year, as say, for example, the K-RICO was, that would be an instance that would trigger this provision and require some sort of site plan approval by the planning board. Is that what you were looking for, Ben?
That's perfect. That was it. Thank you very much for finding it and refreshing us. I'm glad my memory wasn't too horrible.
Yeah.
Do we have any further discussion about the application? I see that he's met all the requirements that we've, set forth in the application permit process. So I don't see any grounds to deny the permit. Unless anyone has anything else to say, I would ask all in favor of granting the permit. That passes 4-0. Okay. Did I forget anything else?
That's it.
That it? All right. The time is 8:45. I think we'll adjourn the meeting. Thank you all.
That's good.
Have a good one.
Good night, guys.
Bye, guys. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye.